Hi, good evening and welcome everyone. Let me know if my voice is okay and my screen is visible. You all can respond in the chat box. Do let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is okay. Thank you for the confirmation. Let's start. Let me welcome you all on behalf of HR India Solution. We are 10-year-old HR consulting firm, primarily into recruitment solutions. We also provide HR advisory and consulting services. We are also into contract staffing and payroll, and we also take care of campus placement and HR practical training. You all can keep your video off. These are few clients for whom we are working. We are providing all sort of services, right from recruitment, payroll, contract staffing, and HR practical training. Let's start today demo session. In today, let me share you what exactly we are offering in online HR journalist practical training program. There are four important modules. The very first module which we have is of labor laws and statutory compliances. Under this module, we cover and understand almost all the important and major labor laws in India, right from Provident Fund to ESIC Act. And we understand PF and ESIC are applicable on which part of salary, how the monthly contributions are calculated, how the monthly challans are prepaid, and finally, how these payments are paid to government by logging into government website. The other labor law which we cover are Maternity Benefit Act, and which we understand which all employees are eligible to get maternity benefit. As a HR professional, what all benefit you should extend to the concerned employee. The other labor law which we cover are Payment of Bonus Act and Payment of Gratuity Act, and we understand which all employees are eligible to get these benefits, how these benefits are calculated and paid. The second module which we have under this online HR journalist practical training program is of compensation and benefit, which is everything related to how the CTC package is designed, what are the various formation, what are the various salary breakup which can be done. We understand payroll, how payroll can be managed in software and how payroll can be done on an Excel sheet. The other important thing which we learn are income tax, professional tax, loss of pay, overtime, leaves and holidays. And finally, we see that how employees' full and final settlements are done at the time of going. The third module which we have is of recruitment and selection, which is everything related to talent acquisition. And we understand things like what is job description, what is job specification, what are the various sourcing strategies nowadays corporate are adopting for recruitment. We train people on Naukri.com and they become capable of finding suitable candidates on the basis of various keywords, key skills, and job description. We also see that what is the best way of doing job posting, whether you are posting your job on LinkedIn, Monster, or Naukri.com. Nowadays, it is not HR manager who is going through each and every application which they receive. Nowadays, resumes are getting shortlisted by technology. We also understand that how various ATS, applicant tracking systems, and how various RMS, recruitment management softwares, are used by corporate, how these technologies are screening every application which they receive. And then we have a dedicated session on CV writing and interviews do's and don't under this module. The last and fourth module is of HR analytics, which has become very important in recent past. And we understand what exactly is HR analytics, why it is important. We also see that what are the various HR tools and techniques which are used in HR department, what are the various HR metrics which are used to find out the performance of HR department, and finally we see that how HR dashboards can be created. You all can keep your videos off. There are a few people who have kept their videos off. So before we start the demo session, just wanted to have an understanding on what kind of audiences we have today. There would be a poll which would be appearing. I would request everyone to respond to that poll. Let us know how much experience do you have in HR. The poll is live, everyone. Let us know how much experience do you have in HR. Once we receive 80% of the total response, I would be ending the poll. I would also be sharing the result and then we would be proceeding. We have received more than 80% of the response. Let me end the poll and share you the result. The majority of the population today, 64% are freshers. We have people who has got 1 to 3 years experience also, and there are few people who has got more than 5 years experience. Thank you everyone for your participation. Let's proceed. In today's demonstration, we would be understanding compensation and benefit, which is one of the most important function of HR. And if time permit, we would be taking a brief overview of all the important and major labor laws in India. No doubt, compensation and benefit is one of the most important function of HR. Why it is important? Because compensation and benefit as a function of HR is responsible for deciding what to pay. Whenever any company goes for hiring any person or any position, this function of HR decides that how much salary should be paid to that person or that position. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding how to pay. I am referring to breakup or the designing of entire compensation package. How much should be fixed, how much should be variable, what all salary components should come in the breakup is something which is decided by compensation and benefit function of HR. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding when to pay. I am referring to timeline or frequency. There are many companies who are paying salaries on first. There are many companies where salaries are paid on third. There are many companies where salaries are paid on seventh. There are many companies where performance incentives are paid on monthly basis. In many companies, performance incentives are paid on quarterly basis. And then we have good number of companies where performance incentives are paid on annual basis. When all these payments should be made is something which is decided by compensation and benefit function of HR. And finally, compensation and benefit function of HR is responsible for managing entire compensation and benefit which they are extending to their employee. No doubt this is very important function, but this is not easy. Why it is not easy? Due to absence of law. We have labor law for Provident Fund, we have labor law for ESIC Act, and we have labor law for Maternity, Gratuity, and Bonus Act. Since we have labor law for these areas, things are very clear. We know that what all should be done and what all should be avoided. But when it comes to compensation package designing or compensation and benefit, there is no labor law in HR which says that how CTC package should be designed or how CTC and Excel designing should be done or how the salary breakup should be formed. Due to absence of law, this function slightly becomes difficult. No doubt we have few labor laws in India which are talking about payment. Let's have a look on those. There is a labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act. We also have a labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act. There is a labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act. And then we have a labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act. Let's try to see or understand what exactly these labor laws are taking care of. The labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act speaks about paying minimum wages to certain category of worker. This labor law do not cover each and every employee in India. The labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act speaks about timely payment of salaries, and there should not be any illegal deduction from the salary is something which this labor law is taking care of. But again, this labor law only covers those employees whose monthly salaries are 24,000 or less. The labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act speaks about bonus payment or profit sharing by the company. But again, this labor law only covers those employees whose monthly salaries are 21,000 per month or less. The labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act speaks that same salary should be paid for same worker, same work for all the gender. You cannot have differentiation on the basis of gender is something which this labor law is taking care of. The new labor law, which was supposed to come from April 2021, which went on hold, whenever that new labor law would be coming, that labor law is combining all these four labor laws into one, and that would be known as Code on Wages 2019. So in today's demonstration, we would be understanding what is compensation and what are the benefits. We would also be understanding how compensation and benefits are designed. What are the various steps and components which should be kept in mind while designing any compensation package. We would be understanding few real offer letters, which has been issued by our client to our candidate. We would be preparing one CNB structure in an Excel sheet for better understanding. And if time permit, we would be taking a small overview of all the important and major labor laws in India. Before we proceed, just wanted to have your understanding on the topic. There would be a poll again, which would be appearing. I would again request you to participate and share your responses. Let us know the net in hand salaries of all employees. getting a CTC of 10 lakhs in 10 different companies would be same or not? The poll is live, everyone. Let us know whether the net enhanced salary of all the employees getting a CTC of 10 lakh in 10 different companies would be same or not. We have received more than 80% of the response. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority of the population, 92% is voted for false. They are of the opinion that take-home salary of all these employees, even if they are working in same CTC, their take-home would never be same. Whereas there are 8% of the population who feels that take-home salary would be same, even if they are working in different companies, but they are working in same CTC. The correct answer is false. Take-home salary of all these employees who are working in different company, their take-home would never be same. Why it would never be same? Because CTC annexer designing or compensation package designing differ from company to company. And why it differ? Due to absence of labor law. There is no law which is saying that compensation needs to be designed in this particular way. Every company design compensation in their own convenient way. This is why the net take-home salary of all these employees who are working in different companies, even if they are working at same CTC, their take-home would never be same. In the coming slide also, we would be understanding why it would not be same. Let's try to understand what exactly is compensation and what are benefit. Compensation is defined as the total amount of monetary pay provided to an employee. In simpler word, it is the money given for the work. Whatever salary, whatever money, whatever cash, every month employees are getting is called as compensation. If this is compensation, what are benefit? Benefit are all non-financial forms of compensation offered in addition to cash salary. Over and above the monthly salary, monthly cash, or monthly money everybody is getting, they also get good number of facilities and perks from the company, for which they do not get any kind of money in their hand, but companies are providing good number of facilities. If I have to define compensation and benefit in one line, it would be like this. The salary or money one gets is compensation. The facilities or perks one avail are benefit. Let's have a look on few example for better understanding. Compensation, which is the monetary part of salary or compensation package for which employee get money in their hand. Things like basic pay, allowances, it can be travel allowance, meal allowance, housing or medical allowance, for which employee get money in their hand. All commissions, incentives, overtime pay, which are paid in the form of money, comes under compensation. All bonuses, profit sharing, stock options, these all are paid in the form of money. Hence, they comes under compensation. Benefit, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand. Their companies are providing good number of benefit. Things like holidays and leaves, welfare facilities and cafeteria, infrastructure facilities, reward and recognition, insurance and medical. Insurance and medical is something which is provided by almost all the companies in India. Everybody life is insured. All employees are getting medical insurance. For this, employee do not get any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good facility or benefit which companies are providing. Retirement benefit wellness program, it can be mental wellness, it can be wealth wellness. During COVID time, almost all the good companies has gone for providing mental wellness and health wellness program to their employees. They hired doctors, they hired psychiatrists, they hired gym trainers. These all people were available for all the employees. Employees were calling them and taking their advices, for which employees were not getting any kind of money in their hand, but it was a good facility which companies was providing. Let's have a look on few more example of benefit. It can be health insurance, dental insurance, life insurance. As I said, life insurance is one of the most widely accepted benefit which is given by Indian company. Retirement plan, gym and fitness. There are many companies who give membership for gym and fitness club, for which employees do not get any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good facility which their companies are providing. Vision care, personal leave, sick leave, higher education. There are many companies who motivate their employees to go for higher education. The entire education is sponsored by the company, for which employees do not get any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good facility which companies are providing. Child care, paid leave, and many more. Very similar to compensation package designing, There is no labor law which is saying that every company has to give these many benefits. This is why benefit also differ from company to company. Bigger companies are giving more number of benefit, whereas smaller companies are giving lesser number of benefit. Now let's try to understand whenever companies goes for hiring any person or any position, how they decide that what salary should be paid to that person or that position. The word compensation is a very broad term. It can be divided into two major categories. One is salary, another is wages. Normally, the word salary is used for all those payments which are paid to management cadre of employees. And the word wages is used for all those payments which are paid to worker. In other words, management people get salary and worker gets wages. We would be understanding what are the factors which plays an important role in deciding salary and wages. Wages which is paid to worker is normally decided by the individual state government, which is called as minimum wages. Every state in India has decided minimum wages for their state worker. Maharashtra government has decided minimum wages for Maharashtra state worker. Similarly, Karnataka government has decided minimum wages for Karnataka state worker. You cannot pay lesser than that minimum wages in that state. Let's see other factors which are playing important role. Cost of living and location. You will see that yes, on the basis of cost of living or location, salaries differ. Whenever government decide minimum wages, they also decide on the basis of location. Entire country has been decided into three categories: location A, location B, and location C. Government decide different salary for location A, government also decide different salary for location B, and for location C, government decided different salary. So even government is deciding different minimum wages on the basis of locations. Education and experience. We know that on the basis of education, how qualified is the person and what kind of experience the person is having, salary differ on the basis of that. Whenever government decides minimum wages or whenever government releases the circular of minimum wages, they also mention minimum wages as per education. They mention like this: for matriculate, this would be the minimum wages; for postgraduate, this would be the minimum wages; and for graduate people, this would be the minimum wages. So even government is deciding minimum wages on the basis of education. Industries or ability to pay. When I'm saying industries or ability to pay, I'm referring to there are many industries which are not doing that great. Industries like tea garden or jute making company or carpet making company. These are a smaller company. To some extent, textile unit, to some extent, manufacturing companies. These industries are not doing as great as industries like telecom, insurance, e-commerce. These companies are doing better. So anybody who is joining a tea garden and anybody who is joining a telecom company or IT company, you would be seeing that the salary would be different. Whenever government is releasing the circular of minimum wages, they also decide different minimum wages on the basis of industries. For agriculture sector, government decides a different minimum wages. For mining industry, they decide a different minimum wages. And for manufacturing industry, government decided different minimum wages. So on the basis of industries, government is also deciding different minimum wages for different industries. Supply and demand. When I'm saying supply and demand, I'm referring to what is the demand of any particular kind of manpower in the market and what is the supply of that kind of manpower in the market. The demand of data scientists are huge, but supply of data scientists are not that great. So demand is more, supply is less, salary will go up. The demand of HR professionals and supply of HR professionals are almost same. So demand and supply also play an important role on deciding salary and wages. Job evaluation is still one of the most scientific approach of deciding what salary should be paid to any position. Job evaluation is nothing but comparative study of two jobs. You study two jobs and decide what salary should be paid to any particular position. Under job evaluation, things like job analysis, job description, and job specification comes. Wages, whenever state government goes for deciding minimum wages, they invite the labor union of the state, which plays an important role. We have spoken about minimum wages. Every state in India has decided minimum wages for their state worker, and you cannot pay lesser minimum wages in that state to any worker. This is taking me to a question. Let me ask you that. So minimum wages of Bihar for unskilled worker is 8,268, which means if you are planning to hire unskilled worker in the state of Bihar, This is the minimum wages which you need to pay. You cannot pay lesser than this in the state of Bihar. Minimum wages of Delhi for the same kind of worker is 16,506. You cannot pay lesser than this amount to any unskilled worker in Delhi. Now, the question which I want to ask you all is, if the same worker who is working in Bihar gets transferred to Delhi, he is not required to do anything extra, neither any extra skill set is required. Do you think that if the same worker from Bihar gets transferred to Delhi, will he be getting higher minimum wages as per the minimum wages of Delhi or not? I do not have any poll. You all can respond in the chat box. Do let me know whether the Bihar worker would be getting higher minimum wages upon transfer to Delhi or not, if he is not required to do anything extra, nor any extra skill set is required. You all can respond in the chat box. Will this Bihar worker would be getting higher minimum wages? Okay, yes, he will get. Okay, you all are right. Yes, this person would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi. Now let me know why he would be getting higher minimum wages. He's not required to do anything extra, nor any extra skill set is required. Why this person would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi? Okay, this person would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi because minimum wages of Delhi is this much, which has been decided on the basis of all those factors which we have seen. Cost of living, yes, Survi, cost of living, one other factors. So you all are right, no doubt. Even if nothing extra is required from the person, Bihar worker would be getting minimum wages as per the minimum wages of Delhi. Now let me take you to another scenario. This is a food for thought. I am not asking for answer. We have increased the salary of Bihar worker upon transfer to Delhi. Now, what if the same person gets transferred back to Bihar from Delhi? Can the salary be reduced? I am not asking for answer. Try to find out the correct answer. In our actual classes, we understand all this nitty-gritty of law. Let's proceed for the time being. Try to find out the correct answer. From transfer to Bihar, from Bihar to Delhi, when this person got transferred, we have increased the salary. Now, this person is getting transferred back to Bihar. Can we reduce the salary or not? So there is a poll again for which there is no right or wrong answer. We conduct this survey just to understand the masses feeling. Which is the most important attribute to make someone the preferred choice during an interview? Is it communication skill, or it is practical skills and knowledge, or it is degrees and certification? The poll is live, everyone. As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this. We conduct this survey just to have masses feeling. We have received close to 80%. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority 56% voted for practical skills and knowledge, whereas 44% voted for communication skills. It is surprising to see that nobody has voted for degrees and certification. As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this. We conduct this survey just to have masses feeling. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Let's proceed for the time being. Now, this is one of the most important section of this demo session, how compensation and benefits are designed. Once any company has decided that this much package should be offered to the candidate, how the designing is done. So the entire process or steps of designing compensation and benefit package can be categorized into 5 steps. Once you follow all these 5 steps, your entire process of designing compensation and benefit package would be complete. As a very first step, or the most important step, is to decide the fixed pay or base pay for the person. Under this step, you decide 2 things. You decide the basic salary for the person and dearness allowance if it is applicable. Dearness allowance or DA is something which is normally found with government organization. In private organization, you will hardly find DA. So in the very first step, you need to decide that what basic salary should be given to this person, and if DA is applicable, you decide the DA also. Once you are done with this first step, Second step is to work on allowances. Whatever allowances your company is giving, you need to divide or decide the salaries for those allowances. Allowances can be in the name of house rent allowance, conveyance allowance, medical special, telephone, internet, and others. Allowances are purely a choice of company. Whatever allowances companies want to give, they are free to give that. No law is saying that these many allowances should be given. So after deciding the basic salary and DNS allowance for the person, you need to divide the salaries into whatever allowances your company is giving. Allowances can be in the name of this, and there can be more allowances as well. Once you are done with these two steps, third step is retirals or statutory contributions. This is something which you do not decide. This comes from the labor law point of view. And sorry, and you calculate the cost of your company, which your company would be contributing to various government authorities. Every company contribute to various government authorities every month for their employees. These contribution can be in the name of provident fund, which is also called as PF. Company also contribute to ESIC, which is also called as employee state insurance, and labor welfare fund. Labor welfare fund is something which is not applicable to all the states. And many company add the cost of gratuity and bonus, which are legal benefit. So you add the cost of these benefit or these contributions which your company would be making to various government authorities. Once you're done with these three steps, fourth step is perks and benefit. If your company is giving any benefit to your employees, you can add the cost of that benefit. Benefit can be in the name of medical insurance, life insurance, club membership, vision care, and higher education. If your company is providing any of these benefits, you can add the cost of that benefit in compensation package. Once you're done with these four steps, the last and final step is variable pay or incentive. If the position is something which is required to achieve any kind of target, and on the achievement of that target, if the person is getting paid any kind of incentive, you can add the cost of that as well. The various names which have been given to variable pay and incentives are performance incentive. Many company call it as PLI, which stands for performance linked incentive. Many company call it as performance bonus. There are many company who pay performance bonus on company's performance, and there are many company who pay on long service duration. So these are the 5 steps of compensation and benefit package designing. Once you follow all these steps, your entire process of designing compensation package would be complete. So let me move to my Excel sheet, and whatever we have seen, let's follow that and try to make one compensation package. I hope I am on my Excel sheet and it is visible to everyone. Now let's assume that the company is offering a package of 3 lakhs. So monthly CTC would be 25,000. Now how this monthly CTC of 25,000 would be broken into further breakup, which is called as entire CTC and Excel designing. The very first steps which we have seen is base pay. You need to decide the base pay of the person, and under base pay we decide two things. First is basic salary. How basic salary should be how much? Anybody in the class who knows? Basic salary is normally kept as 40 to 50% of CTC. Why it is kept as 40 to 50%? There is no labor law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50% of CTC. If you want to keep 60%, 70%, 80%, or 90%, you are free to do that. No labor law would be stopping you. But in practice, you will see that almost all the HR professionals and all the companies are keeping basic salary as 40 to 50%. This is as per practice. And yes, there are few strong logics why everybody is keeping 40 to 50%. Let's follow the same practice. Let's try to keep 50% of CTC as basic salary. We have decided basic salary for this person, which is 12,500. Second component was DA. I also said that DA is something which is normally found with government organization. You will hardly find DA with private organizations. So let's ignore this. You can ignore also. So we are done with first step. Second step was allowances. Whatever allowances which your company is giving to the employee, you need to divide the salaries into those allowances. Let me take few allowances which are very common in nature. You will find almost all the company HRA is house rent allowance. You will see that 99.9% of companies are giving HRA in the salary breakup. House rent allowance is normally how much should be how HRA, or HRA should be how much? Normally HRA is kept as 40 to 50% of basic salary. Why it is kept as 40 to 50% of basic salary? because this much amount would be tax free from income tax point of view. Otherwise, there is no other logic. Income Tax Act is saying that if you keep HRA as 40 to 50% of basic, that would be tax free. If you want to keep 60%, 70%, or 90%, you are free to do that as well. Nobody would be stopping you. HR, if your employee is staying in a metro city, you should keep 50% of basic salary. And if your employee is staying in a non-metro city, you should keep 40% of basic salary. Let's assume that this employee is staying in a non-metro city. If non-metro city, then you should keep 40% of basic as HRA, which means 5,000 would be tax-free income for this person. Let's go for another allowances. Anybody from the class who would like to recommend, or let me pick one? Telephone. What amount should come under telephone? Any amount which seems logical to come under this. You cannot have 11,000 in telephone, which is very illogical. In the time of Jio, if you want to keep 1,200, this seems okay. Any logical amount can come here. Let me take one more allowance, which is very common in nature, and you will see that almost 90% of the companies are keeping this, which is a special allowance. There is nothing special with this special allowance. This allowance is used as adjusting or balancing amount, which means every company is going for a special allowance, but they are not deciding any amount at this point of time. They are leaving it blank, and yet they would be entering that amount in this field, which would be coming as a difference at the last. So let's follow the same rule. Do not enter any amount, and we would be entering that amount in a special allowance, which would be coming as a difference. So let's try to find out gross salary, which is also called as monthly salary. Gross salary can be calculated by adding first two steps of CTC and Excel designing, base pay and allowances. Let me calculate that. We have reached to a monthly gross salary of 18,700, and we are trying to reach a monthly CTC of 25,000. We are done with two steps. Third step was statutory contributions. So every company, PF by company and ESIC by company. These are two laws which are applicable in entire country in the same way. How much contribution goes into provident fund by every company? It is not 12%. Many of you might be thinking that it is 12%. No, it is not 12%. It is 12 plus 1, 13%. Every company contribute 13% every month to PF department. Let's calculate 13%, which means this company would be contributing 2,431 rupees to PF department, government, every month for this employee. And ESIC, which gives medical benefit to employee, how much contribution goes from company? Company contribute 3.25% every month. Let's calculate 3.25. So these two contributions would be paid by company to government for their employees. Employee will not get in their hand. This is paid by company to government authorities. And we are done with the statutory compliances. If you want to add labor welfare fund, which is not applicable to all the states, you can add that. You can add gratuity. You can add bonus as well. But this person's CTC is not that great. It is only 25,000. So if you add all these gratuity, bonus, and LW, his take-home salary would be very less. We are ignoring labor welfare fund, gratuity, and bonus. If you want to add, you can add that also. And we are done with three steps. Fourth step was benefit. If your company is giving any kind of benefit, you can add the cost of that. Let's assume that your company is giving the benefit of medical insurance, and your company is spending 200 rupees per employee per month. You can add the cost of this. If your company is giving any other benefit, you can add the cost of that as well. And we are done with fourth step. Fifth step is variable pay. If this person will achieve any kind of target, he would be getting paid some more amount, which is called as PLI or performance bonus. Let's assume that this person would be getting 600 more if he achieves the target. Now we are done with all the 5 steps. Let's try to calculate what CTC we have reached so far. CTC can be calculated by adding company's expenses with monthly salary. We have reached to a CTC of 22,539, but we are looking for a CTC of 25,000. What is the difference? 25,000 minus 22,539. The difference is 2,469. Now this cell has become active, which we left blank intentionally. Now what HR professional would try to do? He would try to add 2,461 here to reach the desired figure of 25,000. I have entered 2,461. Let's see whether by entering 2,461 we are reaching to the desired figure of 25,000 or not. No, we have not reached. There is a excess of 400 rupees. So this HR professional would try to subtract 400 from this. Let's do that and see we are reaching to 25,000 or not. No, there is a difference of 65. Now they would add 65 here. Again, there is a difference of 10. They would subtract 10. Again, there is a difference of 1. They would add 1. Now we have reached to the desired CTC of 25,000, which we were looking for. This is how the designing is done. If you want to find out the take-home salary, you need to PF by employee. Employee also contribute to government authorities, in which company contribute. So let's find out how much contribution this person would be making and how much salary would be coming in the hand of employee. 12% is contributed by employee. Let's calculate 12% of this. This person would be contributing 2,498 rupees from their salary to government every month. And under ESIC, employee contribute 0.75%. Let's calculate 0.75% of gross salary. He would be contributing 156. These two contributions would be paid by employee from their salary. Now net in hand salary would be how much? Net in hand salary can be calculated by gross minus whatever contribution this employee is making. So 18,163 would be coming in the hand of employee. Let's have a look. 25,000 is monthly CTC. Monthly gross salary is 2817 and 18,163 would be coming in the hand of employee. Compensation package looks like this. Let me move to my another sheet, which is automated CTC calculator. This is made on advanced Excel. The entire sheet is formula driven. Go to any cell. Go to this cell. This is the formula. This cell has this formula. Go to this cell. This is the formula which is applied. Go to this cell. This is the formula. Every cell has got some kind of formula, and this is automated CTC calculator. Whatever compensation benefit you want to calculate or make, this automated CTC calculator would be automatically making that. So let's do that. How you can do that? There is an option by the name of data in Excel sheet. Go into data. Under data, you would be getting the option of what if analysis. Click that. What if analysis would be showing you three options. Select goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you three things. Set the cell, which means select the cell in which you are looking for value. We are looking for value in this cell, cost to the company cell. Second question which Excel is asking is to value. What is the value which you are looking for? We are looking for 25,000. I entered that. And third and last question which Excel is asking is by changing a cell. Excel is asking us to allot a cell which would be used for calculation purpose by Excel. So we are allotting this cell. We answered three things. The cell in which I am looking for value, the value which I'm looking for, and I allotted a cell for calculation purpose. Once I click OK, you will see that entire calculation of 25,000 CTC would be calculated automatically. Give a closer look. Let me click OK. So it is done. We have not done any manual activity, and the entire breakup of 25,000 is in front of us. Let me show you again. Under data, there is an option by the name of what if analysis. What if analysis would be giving you three options. Select goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you three questions. Set the cell or select the cell in which you are looking for value. We have selected this cell, cost to the company. To value, what is the value you are looking for? Let's have some odd figure. 98,897. 9 again, which is 9,88,979. This can be a CTC figure for some employees. And third and last question, which I am allotting a cell to Excel. Now, once I click OK, you will see that we will be having an entire salary breakup of 9,88,979. Let me click OK. So it is done. It has not taken a second also. The CTC is 9,88,979 and we are having entire breakup in front of us. In our actual classes, we teach how this automated CTC calculator are made or created, and we share this also. Let me move to my another sheet. At the very beginning of the demo class, I asked whether the take-home salary of all the employees would be same or not, which are working at same CTC but working in different company. This is the explanation. There are three companies: company A, company B, and company C. All these companies are giving a CTC of 7 lakhs. But take-home salary in this company is 49,313. Take-home salary in this company is 4495, and take-home salary in this company is only 38,991. Even if the CTC is same, the take-home is not same. Why it is not same? Because CTC and Excel designing differ from company to company. Why it differ? Due to absence of law. This company has not taken the cost of gratuity, mediclaim, and GPA. This company do not have variable pay in the company. This company is deducting provident fund on some other component. This company is deducting provident fund on some other component. So it is very difficult to say that what salary would come in hand by looking only at CTC, unless and until you have the entire salary breakup. Commenting on net take home salary would be very difficult. These are few allowances which can be taken while designing any compensation package. These are tax-free salary component. Everybody should go for these component while designing any compensation package so that tax would be less and employee would be getting more salary in hand. This is what I wanted to share from my Excel sheet. Let me go back to my PPT. I would be opening the session for question and answer. Give me 2-3 more minutes. So if you want, okay, there is a poll again. Kindly let us know, can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same? Let me share you two examples. There is a company who is giving offer letter like this. They are mentioning basic salary is 45,000, HRA is 0, convention 0, and monthly gross salary is also 45,000, which is same as basic salary. There is another company who is giving offer letter like this. They are only mentioning basic salary of 50,000, which is same as monthly gross salary. The question is, can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same? Both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are legally correct or not? The poll is live, everyone. Kindly respond to the poll. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority of the population, 60% feels that no, monthly gross salary and monthly basic salary cannot be the same. Whereas 40% feels that yes, monthly gross salary and monthly basic salary can be the same. And they are of the opinion that both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are correct. The correct answer is yes. Monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same. There is no problem with the both salary structure which is flashing on the screen. They are legally correct. Paying allowances are purely a choice of company. All those companies who want to pay allowances can pay that. All those companies who do not want to pay in allowances can also do that. There is nothing wrong with the salary structure which is flashing on the screen. And yes, monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same. Let's have a look on few sample offer letters, how companies are making different offer letters or different packages in their own convenient style. This is first offer letter in which company is offering a CTC of 13,30,000. They are also mentioning that net in hand salary would be 1,07,034 rupees. But at the bottom blue box, they are mentioning that there will be an additional monthly deductions towards mediclaim insurance. This company is giving the benefit of mediclaim insurance, but they are deducting this premium from employee salary, which means salary would be further going down. In red box, you will see that company is mentioning things like you are also eligible for max performance link quarterly incentive of 66,000. You will also be eligible for max performance link bonus of 2,66,000. which means all these variable pay or incentives are over and above CTC. Company has not added the cost of this in above CTC and Excel. In this company, variable pay is not a part of CTC. And you will see that provident fund contribution is only 1800. We have seen that PF contribution is either 12 or 13%, but company is contributing only 1800 and the basic salary is 56,000. If you calculate 12% of 56,000, the amount would be huge. But in this company, PF is limited on 15,000. Company is saying that we would not be contributing provident fund on more than 15,000. We would be limiting our contribution on 15,000, which is legally correct. There is nothing wrong. You will also see that bonus, which is a statutory benefit or legal benefit, is coming in the monthly payment. So bonus is a part of monthly salary and not a part of annual CTC. You will also see that gratuity is nowhere existing in this offer letter. This is one way of designing compensation package or offer letter. Let's have a look on another. This offer letter belongs to a US MNC in India, which are into FMCG, very big name. This company is giving a salary. There is a salary component by the name of leave travel allowance. Company is asking the employee whether you want to take this amount as leave travel allowance or you want to change it to a special monthly allowance. So this kind of compensation package is called as combined model of compensation package, in which there are few salary components which are decided by the employee. Freedom is there. So this is a combined model of compensation package. You will see that provident fund contribution in this company is 4,434 and the basic salary is only 36. Basic salary is lesser than the previous offer letter and the PF contribution is higher than the previous offer letter. In this company is not limiting their provident fund contribution on 15,000. They are paying on total basic salary. This is also legally correct. You will see that gratuity is something which is appearing in this offer letter. So gratuity is a part of CTC. In the previous offer letter, gratuity was not appearing. This is another way of designing offer letter. Let's have a look on third and last. This offer letter or compensation package is of Tata Group of company, which are very employee friendly. The company is offering 10 lakhs to the person. Out of 10 lakh, company has decided basic salary as 3,50,000 and rest amount of 5,08,000 had been put under flexi compensation package, which means now employee is free to decide how they want to take 5,80,000, 8,000. Under what all salary component would be decided by them. How much amount they want to take under every salary component would be decided by them. All these allowances, HRA, telephone, and special allowance, which we decided in the Excel sheet, would be decided by the employee now. This model of compensation package is called as flexible model of compensation package, in which employee decide their own salary breakup. And PF contribution is 42,000, which is getting contributed on total basic salary. You will also see that performance linked incentive PLI is 1 lakh. In the very first offer letter, all this incentive payment was coming at the below red box, but in this company, variable pay is a part of CTC. And in the red box, you will see that whatever benefit which this company is giving, Mediclaim insurance, top of group personal accident, group term life, and gratuity. Gratuity is also a benefit under this company, but this company is not adding the cost of any of these benefits which they are providing. In the very first offer letter, the Mediclaim insurance premium was getting deducted from the salary, but this company is neither added gratuity nor added any other benefit which they are offering to the employee. This is another way of designing compensation package. If you want to pay 50,000 per month to any employee, 50,000 can be paid in this way. This is legally correct. There is nothing wrong with this salary breakup. 50,000 per month can be paid in this way also. 50,000 per month can be paid in this way also. And if you want to pay 50,000 to any person, that can be paid in this way also. All these salary breakup of 50,000 are legally correct. There is nothing wrong. But if you want to pay 50,000 in this way, or in this way, or in this way, these are legally wrong. You cannot have these kind of salary breakup. In our actual classes, we understand what are the various more possibilities of salary breakup of 50,000. So this is what I wanted to share from my compensation and benefit So let's skip labor law for the time being. Otherwise, we cover these 5 labor laws. I would be sharing the recording of today demo class. So from this screen, you can find out why government has decided to bring this labor law in India. What is the purpose of these act? These labor law applies to which all company. Employee eligibility means which all employee comes under these labor law. Benefit means these labor laws are giving what kind of benefit to the employee. 2 more minutes and we all would be able to discuss the doubt if you have any. So this is again a homework which I want to give. Now try to find out, can an employee apply for sick leave in advance? This is a kind of homework which I am giving you. Try to find out the correct answer. Can an unmarried woman ask for maternity benefit? Is it mandatory to pay bonus by a loss-making company? Are men allowed to take children to companies' crèche? Whatever crèche facility or daycare facility which companies are providing, are men allowed to carry their children, or it is only women who are allowed to carry the children? And try to find out this calculation. Is monthly salary divided by 30 equals to annual salary divided by 365 or not? So this is what I wanted to share. Let me thank you for your quality time. Few more detail and we would be ending. We have seen all these things. In COVID impact, we have seen that so many job cuts, so many layoffs were happening. Still, there are many companies who are still firing employees and they are laying off. Today news is that Tesla is closing their factory in one country. So in the coming time, we will see that companies do not want to spend time on training employees. They are becoming very choosy and they want to hire the best person. Supply of talent is more than the demand. In the market, availability of manpower has increased like anything, whereas demand has not increased. Now companies are merging multiple jobs and they are creating one. Survival of the fittest. We need to remain updated and skilled. If we are good at one function of HR, say recruitment and selection, we need to become good at other function of HR also. Otherwise, going far would not that be possible. Preference is given to all multi-skilled and trained people who can take care of multiple functions. And through the survey, we have seen that it is practical skills and knowledge which are important. Let me share you about the course. This is skill hai to kuch nahi mushkil hai is the punchline of Delhi government, which is very apt also. So this is the course content, 4 module. Anybody who wants to go for individual module, you can go for individual module also. These are few course highlights. There will be total 11 classes for the entire course. In terms of hour, it is 28-hour course. Classes happens on only Saturday and Sunday. The timings are 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Study materials are given on all modules and topics. Access to all live class recording. Whatever classes we conduct, entire class gets recorded, and immediately after the class, you get the class recording also, which remain with you forever. And you can watch the recording as per your convenience for n number of time. Today demo class is also getting recorded. After the demo class, I would be sending you today the recording of this demo class through mail and WhatsApp both. In the same way, we share the actual. And we conduct practice tests after every topic and module, so that practice tests are only for practicing and we try to see whether the learning is going in the right direction or not. There is a certificate after the completion of program. Our course and company both are ISO 9000 certified. So whatever certificate we give, that carry the logo of ISO 9000. And offline doubt and clarification supports are also there. You can speak to us any moment if you want to understand anything extra. It is not that we clarify only in the class. We have 2 dedicated WhatsApp group also, in which all previous students are there, and we keep on discussing HR trends. People share HR openings in that WhatsApp group. Many openings are coming, and we also share the latest HR trend. We discuss only HR related things. So these are the 4 module. If you add, these are the course highlight which I said. If you add the cost of all 4 modules, the total fee would be coming to 7,000. Anybody going for the entire course can be done at a minimum fee of 5,000 rupees. These are my number which I would be sharing you. Let me share you how the course continue. We start with module 1, then 2, then we go to 3, then we go to 4, and again we start with module 1. In this circular way, course keeps on going. Admission can be taken when we are starting module 4. Admission can also be taken when we are starting module 3. And admission can also be taken when we are starting module 1 or 2. Next admission is happening from 3rd July, which is Sunday. And we are starting second module from Sunday. This is the sample set. We are issuing this certificate to people and they are flashing it on LinkedIn. They are mentioning that they are HR journalist practical training. We conducted this certification course with this MBA college in Greater Noida. We were invited by Aligarh Muslim University also. We conducted this seminar with Sri Siddhi Vinayak College, Bareilly, and we conducted this at ISM Patna also. Let me share you the course content. And now over to you. You all can speak and ask. Let me know if you have any doubt from the demo class which we have seen, or if you have any questions from the course we are offering. Before that, let me share you our LinkedIn and YouTube channel detail. If you visit the LinkedIn page, you would be able to see that on what all opening we are currently working. And from YouTube channel, you would be able to see there are many free tutorials which you can watch. From LinkedIn page, you can keep a track on what all positions are open with us. There are many HR opening currently also. You can apply onto that. From YouTube channel, you would be able to see many free tutorials which we keep on posting. Over to you, everyone. Anything which you want to know from the demo class which we have seen, or anything which you want to ask about the course. Over to you. You can all unmute and speak now.